Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be doing a mukbang. I've been dying to try Papa John's stuffed crust pizza. It came out, I'm assuming, a while ago because I've already known about it for like 2 weeks, and I just haven't gotten the chance to like eat pizza. I'm on a diet, a healthy eating situation. It's the weekend, so I was like, let me just treat myself to some pizza. Chip might, you know, be part of the mukbang because so he might be part of the mukbang because he loves to eat, but we'll see. I ordered a stuffed crust pizza with a bunch of different toppings. I am a very weird topper lover, so you might think I'm super strange for the toppings I picked. And then I also ordered some chicken wings. I think I got the honey barbecue chicken wings, of course, with some ranch. Yummy. Look at Chippy. So, super messy. I know I'm gonna have all my hands dirty. I should probably get napkins. So another thing, as part of this mukbang, I am going to be answering a couple of questions I put on my Instagram that I was doing a mukbang, and for you guys to ask me some questions. So I have a couple good ones that I want to answer. So we'll see how that goes. And then you guys will be able to listen. First, I want to get started on eating this pizza because it looks so good and I'm hungry. And then I'll get into the questions. If anybody's tried this pizza, let me know what you thought of it. Also, let me know what toppings you put. So my first slice is going to be pepperoni, pineapple, and tomatoes, I think. That's what I did. Pepperoni, pineapple, and tomatoes. So good. I gave a little pepperoni to Chip so he can stop bothering me. It's cheesy. I love Papa John's. I haven't had Papa John's in a very long time. So, fun fact, I don't hate, because their pizza is good, but like, if I had to choose a pizza option, wow, the stuffed crust is so good. This is all I wanted. Wow. So good. So, if I was to choose like a pizza place, it would always be Papa John's. But Pizza Hut has always had stuffed crust. And I love stuffed crust. Like, it's my favorite type of crust. I like all crust. Like, I like regular crust. I like thin crust. I like pan pizzas. Like, it's fine. I'm just fat. I like anything. But stuffed crust is probably like my favorite. So sometimes I would order Pizza Hut because like I wanted stuffed crust. But I'm not really that much of a fan of like their pizza. But now that Papa John's has it, I get everything in one place. Even the wings are so good. Now that I'm not starving, I can get into some of your questions. It's so good, guys. I'm glad I chose this. Oh, the pepperoni one did not have pineapples. This one has pineapples. This one's sausage, mushrooms, and pineapples. I actually never had this combo before, but it sounded good, so I decided to try it. Yum. It says, do you miss your students from past years? And this is from Christian, but I have a lot of Christians as students, so I'm not sure which Christian this is. But yes, I definitely miss my students from past years. I always miss my students because you know that 1 year you attach such like a close bond, and especially since I teach 8th grades now, like you only have that 1 year and you don't see them again. So I definitely miss my students from past years. I know last year we had like a bittersweet ending because of COVID, so we didn't even have like a prom, so it feels like incomplete kind of because we didn't get to say goodbye. We said goodbye like through Zoom. Even my students from like my internship, I still talk to some of them these days, and like I miss them. They were like my little babies, you know. My next question: how long have you been teaching? So like officially teaching, this is my 4th year, but I've taught like aftercare all through my college. I also had 2 years of internship in college, so definitely something like 6 maybe, but officially as a teacher this is my 4th year, so still pretty new. All right, next question: what do you enjoy most about my job? What do I enjoy most? So I think this is like a common answer from a teacher, at least from a teacher that like does it for the right reason. But I really enjoy like getting to know my students, seeing my students grow throughout the year, and like knowing that I was able to help them, even if it's a slight difference. It's good, you know. I love hearing students like come back or later on say like, man, I really took you for granted, like you were a good teacher. And I've also had some kids say the opposite, where they really don't like me as a teacher, and I take kind of like their criticism and take it as a constructive way and like try to better myself. So I just like hearing kids' opinions, honestly. I think kids are very truthful. They're gonna tell it like it is, and as a teacher you should always try to better yourself. Next question is, what are your goals for this year? I never really do like a vision board or like resolutions. I've never done that before, or like if I say it, I never really like do it. So this year I decided, you know what, we just finished like a crappy year. We had COVID where I was stuck at home like most of the time. 2021 needs to be somewhat different. I mean, obviously COVID is still here, so I'm taking that into consideration, but I do have a few goals for this year, and one of them is definitely to continue making YouTube videos. I know I took a break there for a while and I want to get back into it. YouTube definitely is one of my goals to continue doing. Being healthy, I know I'm saying this while I'm eating pizza, but being healthy doesn't always mean like I have to have some strict diet or something, but for me it's always about balance. And when you have a balance, I think it helps out everything else that I have in mind. So like I want to have good skincare, I want to have good hair, I want to have, you know, savings in my bank account much more than I have now. And when you live like a balanced lifestyle, all of that works out. So that's what I'm going for. January was a pretty good month for me. I stopped eating out so often. I would only eat out like during the weekend. So Monday through Friday I was cooking, and then maybe Saturday and Sunday I gave myself a break. So that saved me a lot of money, stopped me from gaining so much weight. So, you know, everything's a balance. Somebody asked, what is my favorite Netflix show? So if you know me, you know that I don't really watch that much TV. I don't know, honestly, I've never like been such a TV person, but lately I've been watching Mindhunter, which is a pretty good show. I like it. has to deal with like crime investigation and stuff like that. So that's currently what I'm watching. I'm almost done with it. I'm not sure what I'll watch after that. What else is a good show? I've watched You, the show You on Netflix is pretty good too. I watched 13 Reasons Why, it's pretty good. I know I've watched a couple shows, but I can't even remember. But yeah, right now, Mindhunter. Pretty good. Next question says, what's the hardest part about teaching online and what's the easiest part? I think the hardest part is making sure that all your students that are on Zoom are engaged, which is not happening. Because I know you guys are playing your video games, I know you're watching a show on the side. So that's the hardest part. It's just always checking in on them and making sure that they're doing my work or they're paying attention to the lesson or stuff like that. The easiest part, is there an easy part of online teaching? I don't know. I think it's very challenging. It's definitely a year that like makes or breaks you. I would say the easy part is having less kids in the classroom. So like if you're a student in the classroom, I can help you more one-on-one because I don't have to worry about 30 other kids. I can focus on you. But honestly, it's still very challenging because I have to focus on you, I have to focus on Zoom, I have to focus on the other 5 kids in class. So it's a lot. It's something that definitely we're all learning as we go. But I'm pushing through it. I'm getting through it. I love and miss you too, Nick. Nick is one of my kids from my internship, and we keep in touch. He's so big, it's crazy. I knew him when he was like in 2nd grade, I think, Nick, and now he's like in middle school maybe, and he's grown so much. Are you one of those teachers that uses their Bitmoji on anything? No, I'm not one of those teachers. I was actually forced to make a Bitmoji because my whole 8th grade team had a Bitmoji and I was the only like loser without one. So I was like, all right, I'm making a Bitmoji, but it's only gonna be on my header of my screen and that's about it. And that's as far as I went. What's a mukbang? This is a mukbang. You eat and you talk. Why did I choose to be a teacher? This is always a good question. All right, a common question, I guess. But I didn't choose to be a teacher. I think I was destined to be a teacher. Ever since I can remember, I have always taught kids. Like, I used to pretend that I had a classroom in my room. My parents had bought me like a whiteboard, and I would pretend that I was teaching a class. I have like a video from me in pre-K when I was graduating, and they asked me like, what do you want to be when I grow up? And I said a teacher, and like ever since then I've never thought of anything else. I'm actually gonna answer a second question because I was about to say something, but somebody actually asked me that. Instead of a teacher, what other thing would you have studied? So when I was growing up, I never had another like vision. It was always teaching. And now that I'm in teaching, I've thought about like other things. Not because I want to switch. I feel like teaching makes me happy and I'm in it for the right reason. But I like to like learn about different professions. And I know that me as a person, the only thing I can do is not teaching. Like, I can do other things, you know? So I've really been into like marketing and getting a marketing degree and working along those lines. Sometimes very weird moments, like when I watch shows like Mindhunter, I'm like, damn, I could be a criminal investigator. But I wouldn't do that. I was actually talking to my friend today, and I was like, my god, I should have been a hairstylist. Like, I could have had so much money. I was reading like an Instagram post today of this hairstylist, and she was charging like $800 to do hair, and I was like, I'm not one to tell hairstylists how much to charge because I honestly don't know anything. I've never done hair, but yo, $800 sounds like a lot for one person. But again, I would not be a hairstylist. So yeah, just different jobs that I think of. How do I like the school year? I think I answered this already. Stressful school year, but again, I'm enjoying it. I'm making the best out of it. Sometimes I kind of wish that like everyone was in the classroom. I like having my kids with me, but for the most part, it's not too bad. Why am I so cute? Why are you so cute? All right. I think I answered everyone's questions. Let me go really quick to my other Instagram. I know I put it on both. Oh, do your current students follow you or know about your YouTube? So my current students, I think for the most part, they know that I have a YouTube channel. But definitely not as active as like my other classes. Like I only hear a couple of kids talk about it, not everybody. I remember my first year, everyone in the damn school knew I had a YouTube channel. But yeah, some of them watch it. They follow me on my teacher Instagram, which is fine because I always post like assignments there and stuff. So that's as far as they go with following me on social media. But yeah, I believe those were all my questions. Thank you guys for sending me all your fun questions. I'm starting to get really full. I think it's because now I'm thinking like, damn, I ate all of this. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up here. Thank you so much for sending me all your questions. I always enjoy doing these. Makes me think a little bit deeper about my life and my future and stuff like that. So I always enjoy these. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video as well. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up. If you are not subscribed yet, you should subscribe down below. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.